4 o'clock. Basically I went to go see my first apartment, and then I asked, it's not even one that I like really wanted. I didn't really like the apartment that much, but it was like if I had no other option, it would be fine. And so I was like, okay, like how long, first of all, like how long has this been sitting here? And he's like 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, like, because in New York I was like, I thought like apartments were just like going like this, which I think they kind of are, but I don't know. I was like, what do I need to do to send in an application? And he was just like, well, if you don't make 80 times the rent, which like I knew this, then like no. And I was like, okay, well, like how do I get around it if I'm like just moving here from a different state? Like I don't have a job lined up yet. And he was like, well, you need a cosign. Like I'm not getting a cosigner. But he told me about this website called Insure Rent. And so I was like, basically you just put in an application. It's for people who are like creatives, like people who like don't have like an annual income, but like have the money to have an apartment. And so we have a solution to our first problem we ran into, and that's insurance. I started filling out the application, but then I stopped filling out the application because I'm gonna wait to see if it applies. Because on the application, it like asks if you want to apply it to a certain apartment. So like, I'm just, you know what? No, I'm just like, I need a break. I need a fucking break. I need a break before I like go in on like I've been going all day. Like I need a fucking break before I send in that application. Like I'm giving myself tonight to send in the application for insurance. So I just went to like a Dominican owned beauty supply store, and I got the best shit. So I had to get the makeup brushes, remember? So I got 2 really good makeup brushes. And then the woman that was working in the store, she's like, I'm gonna get one of those makeup brushes too. She's like, they're so good. The brand's been around for a long time. And then I got like a brush to brush my hair because I forgot my brush. And everything there is like so cheap. Well, I mean, not like cheap, but like cheaper than like Arizona. Oh, fuck. And then I got these like, I love how here no one takes cards. Like you have to have cash. It's raining right now. Okay, this is my bag. So I got, okay, soaking wet from the rain. Sorry, my phone died out there. I got one of these Oakwood styling brushes. The shoes, oh, help me so much. These are like the only size. I walked into the store Butter. It's like mostly men's stuff. And they didn't have my size in like a lot of the shoes that I wanted. But I mean, these are cute. Like they're fine. She said Dream World is good. $7.99. Got one of these. And then this is what I'm the most excited about. So in Arizona, we only have like Sally's Beauty, and like we don't have like really good beauty supply stores, you know? And so I always be looking for these lip glosses, just the plain clear, and then like just the plain watermelon. Because it's thick. These lip glosses, they're thick and they stay on, and they're just so glossy and so good. And it's just like this watermelon flavor just feeds my soul. Feeds my soul. Don't know how to explain it. I might give this plain clear one to Taryn because her birthday's coming up. So this is like her first birthday gift. I don't think she's really gonna understand like the significance and like the culture behind this fucking lip gloss. Like, I just feel like white girls just, no, like 90s girls understand. Like, some people understand, like, you get it, just like the clear, how important it is to like have one of these. So the thickness is what does it for me. I just love this city. I just love this city so much because, I mean, first of all, look at my fucking haircut. Look at my haircut. Like, I've never gotten a better haircut in my life. Like, are you kidding? Already stuck to my hair. Lip gloss already. But like, that's the point of those. Like, it's supposed to make my hair sticky, you know? So like, this is why I just love New York. It's just like everything is just so like, it's just like the real fucking deal, okay? Like, the person who cut my hair, real fucking deal. Never had a better haircut in my life. Like, truly could spend $270 on a haircut in Arizona and it still wouldn't look this good, you know? And like, what? And then like, she just like, and the thing is too, I didn't even have to explain. I was like, I just like trust you. And she's like, yeah, no, like, like just the like, she just knew, she got it. And then, I mean, I just showed her a picture of Emily Ratajkowski's bangs and I was like, this is what I want. And she was like, I got you. And it came out exactly like an Emily Ratajkowski haircut. Like, she couldn't have done the job better. And like, I feel, whatever. And then the fact that like the beauty supply stores, like the first beauty supply store I went into, was like, it just like, it hit, like they had the right shit, they had the real shit. And I'm just like, it's just so nice to be in a city where people are the real fucking deal, because I relate, since I'm the real fucking deal. Gonna buy the brushes anyway, not make a sale, but just like, because she was just like being cheeky with me, you know? She's like, oh girl, like, you just inspired me to get my own makeup brushes, blah blah blah, like, just being cheeky. And I was like, ha ha ha, like, she's just being nice. And then I swear to God, I just put this bad boy on my face. I didn't get enough brushes, so I have to mix my bronzer with my powder, which, ugh. Okay, I'll do it lightly. And oh my God, this brush feels like a $200 makeup brush. It is the softest like makeup brush I've ever felt in my life. I'm like, do I have to, like, oh my God, this is so good. So good. I'm so happy. This is why I love New York. It's like, like this, it is a dream. It's called Dream World. This brush feels like a fucking dream. And if I was in Arizona, I'd have to pay like $230 to get a brush that feels like this, you know? Because we don't have anything fucking cool. Like, we have to go to Nordstrom if you want good shit. Otherwise, you're getting Sally's, and Sally's just is a no. Sally's is not even good. It's not even that good. I don't like that this blush has highlighter in it. So, yeah. Going back in its package. And then, you know what else they fucking had that I was freaking out about? Not this, I mean, I had to get a brush too because I didn't bring a brush. The brush was cheaper, like I think this was $5 and this was like this is like the expensive, it's a wood, it's like an oak brush. This is like such a good brush. Like such a good brush. Again, in Arizona, like $200. Here, it's just, like I've never had a better brush in my life. I was in there for so long, they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't get over this stuff. It's so good. I wanted to buy more, but I was like, I don't like have money to spend. I need to be careful. I can't just be blowing a bunch of money just because I'm in New York, you know? So I just need to just focus on buying the necessities. Like, I'm not like overspending my money with my money anymore. I need to fucking focus on what's important. So I'm usually bad with money. Like I'm the type that's like, oh, like what's an extra $100? Cause it's like, it's cheap, I need it. No, not anymore, bitch, I'm responsible. Taryn taught me how to be so responsible with money because she's, like I said, since I've been living with her, I've been picking up on her habits and she's been picking up on my habits. We're the perfect balance for each other. I'm like, oh my God, it's a deal though if I spend an extra $100 at the beauty supply store because I can't find it in Arizona. And she's very like when I go shopping with her, she's very, very, very like meticulous about what she buys. And I buy shit just to feel good. I buy shit just to buy shit. And like if I have money, I'm spending my money. I have money, I'm spending my money because money's flowing. Money, I always think money's ever flowing. Like I always make the money back somehow. So it's like, might as well spend it. Well, she takes a different approach to life. She clings on to her fucking money. Like she will not, like to get her into pay a bill is like truly a full-time job for me. And it's so annoying. We're like the best roommates ever. Best roommate I could ever ask for. Like crazy, like never thought. She's a dream come true when it comes to a roommate. Let me just tell you that. We fight, but like we're so good at communicating with each other that like, I don't know, Taryn and I's relationship is so funny. Like we're very like, we're so opposite, but like instead of judging each other, we're like, oh, you do that, like let me pick up on your habits. You know, we could easily like clash, especially since we're roommates and live life so fucking differently. Like we live life so differently. And instead of just like judging each other, we respect each other. That's the thing, we just like respect each other. So we like, since living with her, like I needed to live with her because I have like really refined my way of living through living with her. For example, like my eating habits are better. Like me taking care of myself, like I started taking care of myself because she takes care of herself so much. Like all she does is like take care of herself. And so now I'm like, oh, like I picked up, like I started going to the gym every day because she was the one who started going to the gym. She's the one who had the gym membership. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna get one too. And now it's like the gym is like in my routine. Like I built myself a routine from watching her have a routine. So I'm like, oh, like mine's not as structured as hers, you know, my routine, but at least like I really built like a very good foundation for myself for when I like slip up in life and I feel like when I'm down, when I'm at my lowest. I used to just like neglect myself. I talk about this a lot. Now it's like, I'm like, okay, no, I have a routine to like fall back on, like working out, making juices, making smoothies. Like I'm a juicer now. Like I have to have my green juice. Like my body's actually like craving a green juice because I haven't had one since I've been in New York. Like just stuff like that where I'm just like, and like money. Like when I shop now, when I tell you I used to shop just to shop, now I totally switched to like, I picked up her habits. I'm not as bad as her again, I'm not as bad as her, but like I said, I would have, like the old me would have spent like $200 at the beauty supply store. And I'm like, it's only $200. No, I only spent $20 because that's all I fucking needed was my makeup brushes. And then I also got, so excited about the brush needed. They have the fuck, if you know, you know. Like you can't find these anymore. Just the clear, thick ass lip gloss that's just clear. No fucking scent, no fucking, like, just the thick, it just lays on your lips like fucking cum. Like it just, it's like, these are these are iconic. The water, I had to get the watermelon. So yeah, just so proud of myself for like, I only buy now. Also with clothes too, with thrifting, I used to be like, oh, like they're a little, the pants are a little too big, but like I'll make them work because I love them so much. I don't do that anymore. I'm like, if it doesn't fit me perfectly, if it's not like the perfect item of clothing, like I don't buy shit to just let it sit in my closet anymore. Like never again. Like I have to buy it. The thing has to be perfect for me to buy it now. And I feel like I'm just like, just such a good way. Just proud of myself for that. Never thought I'd be the bitch. But yeah, that's the thing with like friendships. I feel like it would have been so easy for Taryn and I to come into it just judging each other and be like, well, that's not the way I live my life. So like, fuck all your habits and I'm gonna keep doing things my way. But instead, like, it's so weird how we both like respect each other enough where we're like, like you're doing, like, I'm sure I've helped her in ways, I've helped her fucking relax, I think, and just like let go, you know, in ways she needs to. You know, like it's okay to, like, for example, she used to never just lounge around the house in sweatpants. She'd always have her like like she gets ready for the day and she's out doing tasks all day. Now she like relaxes more and hangs out in sweatpants. She's like, I used to never, like I never let myself like relax. And I'm like, oh yeah, come sit on the couch with me, baby. Like we're relaxing today. So yeah, it's just funny because we could have just, yeah, instead of like judging each other and fighting, like we could have been roommates that fight because we're so different. We could have been like at each other's throats, you know, and just been like, oh, fuck them. But instead, we both were just like, no, I'm gonna learn what I need to learn from you. I'm gonna put my ego down and I'm gonna take on some of your habits. And she did the same with me. I'm trying to put eyeliner on my swollen ass eyes. Look what I found. Pickles. Gotta go in. Look at me. I think I found my apartment. And it's right here. One sec. Up there, 3rd floor. It's the area. I don't know, I love this area. I look crazy right now. I've been walking all day, I look like a wreck. Yeah, I like this area a lot. And I'm hoping I get that apartment. I have to go fill out the application right now. But so we'll see. The other one I toured is a tiny bit smaller. It's $200 less a month, but I can only fit a bed. I can't even fit a couch. I'm going to get birria tacos, and I heard they're actually the best in New York City. People argue that they're better than the West Coast, so I'll be the judge of that. It's right here. There I go. got an electrolyte drink. It was an Asian market that I ran in to get this drink, and I loved it because I was like, how much? And he was like, 5. I didn't hear him, and I was like, how much? And then he started talking to me in Spanish. He was an Asian guy, but he like was trying to talk to me in Spanish and like a bad Spanish accent, and then I just started talking back in Spanish. It's like, gracias. Like, because I think he thought, I don't know. I think he thought I only spoke Spanish. I don't know. But I like loved every second. Loved every second. They look so good. How good does that look? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I think my phone's about to die. Oh my god, this salsa looks so good. I might have to run back down for more. They have tostadas too that look really good. The salsa looks hot, which I love. I've been eyeing it since I got here, but I kept seeing it during the day and it never sounded good. I'm eating dinner in the room because I've been in the city all day. I need a break. Like, there's no way I could have just eaten dinner in the city tonight. Like, I need, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not vlogging that much either because it's just like too much. I have too much to stress about, to worry about. Keep having to contact brokers. So it's not like I can like I sat down at a diner today for like an hour and got a coffee. And I was like, oh, perfect, I'm just gonna vlog, but I needed my phone to do work. So it's like, I was like, fuck. Well, 100%. Hands down, better than any, this is saying a lot, better than any Arizona tacos I've ever had in my life. The meat, like, it's easy to make tacos look good. The meat, I've never had better meat in my life. I'm not even kidding right now. These just changed my whole entire life. That's not a joke. What? You guys, I'm finding that like I absolutely love the Lower East Side. It's a mix between like culture and like, yeah, there's some tourists down here because there's good shops over here, and like this is the nightlife scene, you know? That's the other thing. During the day there's like culture, and then like at night it turns into like the like people like me, you know, that like aren't really from the city and just like need a fun night out in the city. Like fake New Yorkers, you know? And I like that because at night I feel like super safe walking around because there's so many white girls, just blonde white girls walking around, you know? And so many hot guys. like so many fucking hot guys. So if I like, I think I will want, I have 2 more days, okay? This is only day 2, like my second full day. I don't know, I'm gonna go up. I haven't really explored a lot of the city yet. Brooklyn's just so, I can't stop saying this, it just seems so overwhelming, so big. Like Manhattan, I understand, and like I just don't understand Brooklyn. Like I don't even know where to start. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what area I'm gonna focus on tomorrow. I was in like Soho today and stuff like that, and I was just like, I don't know, I like the Lower East Side. And by the way, when I said that I thought that I felt like that hair salon, that hair place was Dominican, it is, because I just went back there. That one of the apartments I want, well not really want, but like it'll do, is right next to the like beauty supply store. And it said Dominican owned, it said Dominican beauty supply store. And I was like, no wonder. I knew it. I knew it. Because after I said it in one of the videos, I was like, what if they like weren't Dominican and I just sound dumb? And that way, there's a bunch of like Asian places, because I think it's, since we're close to Chinatown. So yeah, I just like, I don't know. I just really like the people. I like the people who work the stores here. And just like the city people. Everyone that I've talked to that works down here though, like girls my age in their 30s that like work down here, they're all trying to go to Queens. Like everyone I've talked to, 3 girls were like, they're like from New York, and they're like, yeah, I'm thinking of moving to Queens. But all of them, one of them lived in the Bronx, a neighborhood in the Bronx. And then I forgot where the other one said she was from. Somewhere in Brooklyn, but like she's like from a neighborhood too, where like they drive to work. They drive here in the city. And then they go out after work and then drive home. Talked to this Salvadorian girl, and she's the one that's from the Bronx, or she lives with her parents still. They live in the Bronx, and she's saving money to move to either Florida. Everyone wants to move out of here, by the way. Everyone from New York, they don't want to live here anymore. None of them. She's like, yeah, I want to go to Florida, but if I don't go to Florida, I want to go. She said she probably wants to go to Queens. So I'm gonna go down there to Queens. But also I don't want to go down there alone. Like, I think Queens is more like you can have a car and stuff, I think. I don't know. I just made that up, but like, she cracked me up because she was like, yeah. It's funny. She's like, I was talking about like Arizona and how like there's just like no like culture in Arizona. And I was like telling her, and she goes, yeah, I feel like when I go to the West Coast, like everyone just thinks I'm Mexican. Because and she's like, anytime I say I'm Salvadorian, like people just don't even, it's like in one ear out the other, and they're like, okay, Mexican, like you're Mexican, because she does look Mexican, that's the thing. Well, like I could tell that she wasn't, but to like a white person, like she did look super Mexican. The only difference was like her face shape, which I could kind of tell because it looked a little like, and she had like, I don't know, tinier features, smaller features, but that cracked me the fuck up. You guys, I'm like scared because I'm like, I'm so like on the go right now that like I can't really, I'm so like stressed and like what I need to do to move here. But also this is my first time in the city in like in years and years and years. So it's like, I'm not even like, I keep like thinking like, do I like want to actually move here? Like, do I actually, I know I like it right now, but like, can I see myself like living here like long term and enjoying it long term? Like, is there sustainability in the energy? You know, like I just like, part of me is like, Billy, like don't make like a rash decision just because you think you have to. And not really know, like, of course I told you I had like a gut instinct to move to New York, but like I need to really like ground myself right now and be like, am I like, can I see myself like really building a life here? You know, like like if I move here and I move in this neighborhood, I just like, I'm like, of course like I could always move to a different neighborhood after a year, but I'm like, I'm gonna spend a lot of my time here, so I'm like, do I see myself like building a life here, like with these people, like just, and weirdly, like I just feel like so comfortable, like every store I walk into, I just feel like unlike Arizona, like New York, like loves me back. Like I walk into a store, no matter what store, convenience store or like a high-end boutique or like a little vintage store, like a restaurant, anywhere, and like people are just very welcoming towards me. And like I could cry because I just feel so happy because I like in Arizona it's like really hard. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm like very off-putting to people in Arizona. At least maybe that's coming from me because maybe I'm the problem, you know, but like that's just how I feel there, and it's how I've always kind of felt there. And here it's just like people are very like welcoming just towards me as a human being, and they're welcoming towards my energy, and like they like want to talk to me. Like people like are going out of their way to like talk to me, but like not in a weird way, you know, just like I keep having encounters with people where it's like I've talked to more people today than I've talked to people in like 3 months in Arizona, you know? And like every encounter I've had, like no matter what the social background of like whoever I'm talking to, like whether it's even just like a homeless guy on the street like asking me for money, like everything's just been so pleasant, you know? Like I've even had like scary people like walk up to me, you know, because I wore my big red coat today, and like everyone was asking me for money, of course, because like I looked like a fucking Upper East Side rich, like I looked like I was like asking for people to come up to me to ask me for money. So it's like, but it's like everyone was so respectful, like, and just so cool and like nice, like I don't know, like it's just I just feel so like loved by the city, and like it's almost tripping me out, and I don't want to be like, oh maybe I'm just getting lucky. Like I'm always scared, I'm like maybe I just like am getting lucky, and then like I get here and I'm like, oh shit, like what I do. But like I don't know, I think I don't really know, like it's not really a definite like yes, like oh my god, this is gonna be my home forever. I think the reason I don't feel that way is because it feels like too good to be true. Like it feels too good to be true. Like what? Like I could live here in this area. Like what? Like I could live with these people around me. Like just part of me is like just feels like it's like yeah, too good to be true. Like just walking around the streets every day and just like it's just I don't know. I'm like if my life's, if the energy like stays the same as what I've encountered the past 2 days, I would live every single day just so blissfully happy and so like, I almost like being in this city, like I used to not like people. Like in Arizona, I'd be like, oh, people, like people just always fucking annoyed me, and like I was just always just like, ugh, like never really like was a people person, or so I thought. And now in this city, I'm like, oh no, I'm like a full-blown people person, like in the city. And I genuinely like, it's not even like I want to talk to everyone, but it's like I genuinely love everyone around me. Like I'm like, I just love, and like what I love is like no one, like in Arizona, I hated how like I'd walk into a coffee shop and like everyone would turn their heads and stare at me just because like I look different. And here, no one looks at me like I'm different. Everyone here looks at me like I'm one of them. And that's what I love, because I just fit right in, you know? Like, I just blend in. And like, in Arizona, I just never felt, talking to like it's past, I still fucking live there. I just don't feel like it's like, I just feel like an outcast there. Like, I feel like no matter what group I get into, no matter what place I walk into, what bar, what restaurant, what store, I'm the outcast. And here, it's like I'm blending in, like I'm just one of everyone, like I'm part of the people for like the first time in my life. And like that's what I just like love and appreciate so much about this city, that it's just so like, look at me fucking crying. By the way, I smoked a little weed, so like this is me being fucking dramatic, but I just feel so like embraced by just, I'm like talking like I love it. Next minute I'll be having a panic attack. My emotions have been like all over the place. Like I don't even know. 1 second I'm angry, 1 second I'm happy, 1 second I'm scared, 1 second I'm like freaking out. Like it's just, you don't even want to know what's going on inside. It's weird, but like good. But like I just hope it's not like, I hope I'm not like doing something too good to be true, because I'm like, what if I'm like jumping all in, and then in a few months I'm like, I get fucked somehow, like everything comes crashing down on me. Like that's kind of like a fear that's just there in the back of my head. But then it's good that I'm recognizing that, because I'm like, okay, well, I have a choice to make. The choice is, if everything does come crashing down, will it be worth it? And I think the answer is yes, no matter what, because I don't think, first of all, I don't think everything's gonna come crashing down and my life's gonna burn to the ground, but I just like always have that fear since I've been in, like, I have gotten myself in really bad situations like all through my 20s, you know? And so I'm like, I hope it's just like not one of those things where I just get myself into something that's just like too big for me, and like too just not gonna work out. Like what if I come here and realize, oh my God, I'm like have this fear where I'm like, what if like I get here and move here, and then I'm sitting in my apartment, and then I'm like fucking in freeze mode in my apartment, like the city's too big for me, like swallowing me up, like can't find a job anywhere, no one wants me, it's too hard to find a job and make money, like blah blah blah. Like that's kind of what I'm scared of. But you know, like I'm like, what if I get like, what if the city swallows me up and I'm like freaking out in an apartment, and like I'm stuck in a little studio just like wishing I could go back to my old life and comfortable life in Arizona. But now that I'm saying it out loud, it's like helping, because I'm like, I think that's just like, I don't think that that's gonna happen. And the reason I don't think that's gonna happen is because I feel like anytime I've gotten myself in bad situations, it was because I was trying to force something to work, you know? Like I was trying to like force it, just in fight or flight mode, like needs to, scared out of my mind, like just have to like make this happen kind of thing. And that's like that's not the vibe this time. Like the vibe with this decision and moving to New York and being here, the vibe is very like, yeah, I'm taking a huge fucking risk, but it feels easy. Like it feels like everything's working like, it's almost like when I come up to an obstacle, it gets solved, you know? I'm not getting like, it's not one of those things where I'm like trying to force it and then have to like beat down a wall, make another 2 steps, beat down a wall to like get through, you know, to like get what I want. And that's like how I used to operate in my 20s. But then like a few years ago, I like switched into more of like what's true to me. And like I was like, if I need to just be like, a couple years ago, I was like, if I just like, because I used to in my 20s be like, I need to be successful, I need to do this, I need to be something. And like I was trying to force so much that it just pushed me backwards, like all the way back. And like I feel like I've like grown accustomed to when I sink more into like, just don't have expectations, forget about success, just be a person in the world, like let go of like you trying to like be somebody or anything. I feel like that's when I started like, my life started getting better, and like the more comfortable I am in my body, in my life, just because I just never wanted to be like a fuck up or something like that. So it's like, I was always like, the more I was trying not to be a fuck up, the more I was like fucking up. And then one day I was like, I'll just be a fuck up. I'll just smoke weed all day and just lay in my bed because that's what I feel like doing, and I'm only doing whatever I feel like doing from now on. And like the second I switched into that, I mean, it wasn't just like a switch like that. It was me having panic attacks until I got comfortable just like being in my own skin. Yeah, I'm 30 years old, working at a boutique, not making a lot of money, still stuck in Arizona, don't have anything to show for my name. I'm just gonna live life happy, you know, and just take every day, just take the moment for what it is. And if I'm 40 years old and I'm still low life, at least I need to find like comfortability and like happiness in myself. So that's like, that was like my main focus. And it's like, I found the flow of how to get there. Now I feel like it's not that I'm like all the way there, but now when I make decisions, like this is my first huge decision that I've made using that type of like mentality, you know, just like the easy mentality, like what's meant for me will find me, because like I'm not trying so hard anymore. Like I'm just gonna like basically I was like, I came into this coming to New York and I was like, the second I meet too many obstacles, and like I'm just gonna read it as like a no, you know, like I'm gonna read it as just like a not meant for me type of situation. And like it's not like I could afford to think that way. Anyway, that's just I don't know the plan if this doesn't work, but the thing is, I don't know. I'm just, my obstacles are getting, every obstacle I run into right now, it's like, it's getting solved with ease. Not ease, but you know, just without force. So of course I have to do the work, but it's just like, getting stuff done is like very easy right now. It just feels like things are falling into place. So, I'm just hoping that it stays that way, is the stress. I'm just hoping that like it stays this way. I don't know, like my biggest fears in life, I just always like feel like the universe, or like the old me, or like the universe or God is like out to get me, because I feel like I've just always been met with so much like resistance towards my life in every single way. But like I said, I think it was my own damn fault, because I was trying to like do stuff. I was just trying to like do the most all the time. And like, of course it wasn't gonna work out, because that's just naturally not my energy, you know? Like my natural energy is supposed to just be the cool girl, you know, that flows. Some people like being psycho like works for them, like that works for their energy, you know, but like it's not, it doesn't like work, it doesn't fit, it doesn't work for mine, you know, like I have to, being a person is just weird. Okay,